lost my mind. I turned on my charm and I used my skill. I talked so fast till I broke her will. You oughta been there. Hey, you oughta been there. I whispered love words in her ear, things that I knew she'd like to hear. And when we kissed, her lips were oh so sweet. I was the one that got knocked right off of my feet. My head went around like a spinning top. My knees got weak and my heart went flop. I screamed like a monkey in a coconut tree. I say, but now, baby, it's you and me. You oughta been there. Hey, you oughta been there. Yeah, 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 you oughta been there. When she held my hand, you oughta been there. When she said you're my man, you oughta been there. When she squeezed me tight, you oughta been there. When she loved me right, you oughta been there. You oughta been there when I said, baby.